Hey guys, back here with another review. This is my Royal Rumble review. Just finished a few hours ago. The first Royal Rumble pay-per-view I've seen in a long time, and it was actually it was the best pay-per-view I've seen this year. It was actually pretty decent, to be fair. One or two bits that could have been better, but obviously WWE doesn't get a show absolutely 100% spot on, ever. But it was to be fair, I enjoyed the show quite a lot. So the first match was Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens, which was the best match of the night by far. It was probably the best match I've seen since I've got back into WWE, which was just before SummerSlam. So best match on a pay-per-view I've seen since then. It was amazing. They just had everything together. Their chemistry in the ring is amazing, and yeah, the match itself was brilliant. There was chair shots. They were going through tables. They were hitting the finishers. Yeah, it was just a great match from both guys, and it ended with Kevin Owens setting up some chairs in the middle of the ring, and he laid Dean Ambrose down on them, and he was going to do like a flip off the top rope. But Ambrose got up off the chairs, and earlier on Owens had set out two tables outside the ring on top of each other, so really high up, and Dean got up and pushed Kevin Owens, who front flipped through both tables and just couldn't manage to get up, and that was it. Dean Ambrose retained the WWE Intercontinental title. So I got that prediction right. I know a lot of people went with Kevin Owens. I actually did want Kevin Owens to win. I just think he's so good. I would love Kevin Owens to have a championship around his waist, because he's great without one, but when he's got one as well, it just puts an extra meaning to it and extra meaning to him, and it makes him even that much more entertaining. So, but I was happy for Dean Ambrose, because I am an Ambrose fan. So it was just a great match. I didn't really mind who won, but I was leaning towards Kevin Owens. But yeah, just a great match in general. Then we had the WWE Tag Team Championships, the New Day versus the Usos. I mean, I just can't see this is one problem WWE has, is they won't take the tag team titles off the New Day until they've built up some serious tag teams in the division, because there's no one right now, absolutely no one, who can take the belts off the New Day who is exciting, and that's their own fault. They've just, they've not built anyone up, so the fans have got to love the New Day so much and not care about anyone else that you can't give it to a nothing tag team. Basically, you have to build another one up before you take the belts off them. It's that simple. So although I quite like the Usos actually. I don't like them as much as the New Day, and I don't want them to win the tag team titles. And they didn't. The New Day retained, and there was no interference from Xavier Woods. Big E just did it all himself, and he hit the big ending to, I think it was Jimmy Uso, to get the win. So the New Day retained the tag team titles, which was great. Crowd was going nuts for them. Which was, it was amazing, and that was actually a pretty good tag team match. So then we had the US title, the US Championship, Alberto Del Rio versus Callisto, which, well, in the first two matches I was 2 for 2 in terms of predicting them, and then this is the one match out of everyone I got wrong. I went with Alberto Del Rio to retain, but happily I was wrong, and Callisto got the win and regained the US title, which was amazing. Just hopefully they don't take it off him now. He can have a run with it, and the League of Nations don't have the title in their hands. That'll be great. Great back and forth match, and Callisto actually hit a Salida del Sol earlier on in the match, and went for the pin, but Del Rio got his hand on the rope, and after that bit, I thought Del Rio might retain now. So I was hoping he wouldn't, and then Callisto basically at the end of the match, Del Rio went to untie the turnbuckle, which he did, and then he tried to get Callisto into it, but Callisto reversed and like did a flip thing, and it threw Del Rio into it, who bounced back off, Nueva Salida del Sol, and yeah, picked up the win. Callisto's your new United States champion, which is amazing. Yeah, so that was great. Then we had the Divas Championship match, which actually disappointed a lot. I thought it was going to be a lot better. It wasn't great. Wasn't a great match. They've had a few good ones on Raw, Charlotte and Becky Lynch, but this one, it just felt like they rushed it to get to the Royal Rumble match itself, and it just didn't do much. Charlotte retained with big help from Ric Flair, which I knew was going to happen, and which sucks. But you know, my girl came out at the end. So after after Charlotte won and retained, Sasha Banks came out. I just love that girl. Love Sasha Banks. She's my favourite diva. She's just amazing at everything she does. And Sasha Banks comes out, goes down to the ring, attacks Becky Lynch first of all, and then like does a little like handshake thing with Charlotte, and it looks like they're friends or whatever, like they're teaming up. And then as Charlotte goes to leave the ring, Sasha Banks hits Charlotte from behind with that like backbreaker move into a submission move, and just demolished the shit out of Charlotte. It was brilliant. So that was amazing. One of the best moments of the whole show. So glad Sasha Banks is back, and she's back to win that Divas Championship. So yeah, that's gonna be amazing. That was that was much better than the Divas match itself. So yeah. Then we had the Royal Rumble match. It was actually a really good Royal Rumble match in my opinion. Well, compared to the last two, I think. The crowd had a few "this is awful" chants going, but I just think the fans are doing that because there's no Daniel Bryan. If they, I think everyone wanted Daniel Bryan, which I didn't think he was going to be in the Royal Rumble match at all. I just didn't think he would. But obviously Roman Reigns came out first to huge boos from the crowd again, just showing he's over with the little 5-year-olds and women who love him because he's good looking. But WWE's got some serious work to do to get him over with the proper crowd, the pay-per-view crowds, because he came out and it wasn't last year's Royal Rumble per se, but it wasn't far off in terms of booing. It was just bad again. And WWE has got again themselves to blame. It's fine if you push him that much, and obviously some people are never going to like it because he's been pushed really fast. But there is a way for it to happen and people get on board with it. It's just their booking has been so shit that it was. I knew going into the pay-per-view and the Royal Rumble match itself, I knew he was going to get booed. I knew it, and it was really bad again. So WWE has themselves to blame with the poor booking again. They just can't get it right, and they're failing at a lot of things. So, but Roman Reigns comes out to huge boos and starts off the match with Rusev. Rusev came out first with Lana, which was good to see Lana back. And that lasted about 2 seconds. Rusev was gone, but the number 3 entrant was AJ Styles. That was amazing. AJ Styles came out. The crowd went like nuts for him. Great bit of the show. Great scene to see AJ Styles come out. Him and Roman had some good things going in the ring. Then Jericho was out later on, and then we got later on in the Royal Rumble, we had the Wyatt family coming out at separate bits. Luke Harper first, then Braun Strowman and Eric Rowan, and they were demolishing it. They were all those three were in the ring, and just demolishing everyone and eliminating a lot of people. And then in the early 20s, Brock Lesnar came out and eliminated all 3 members of the Wyatt family. It was amazing. He was suplexing Luke Harper, Eric Rowan. He was smashing Braun Strowman to the ground. Brock Lesnar was just a beast, utter beast last night. It was amazing. He got rid of all three guys, and when he got rid of Braun Strowman, the last guy, straight away the next entrant after that was Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt comes out and orders the Wyatt family back around the ring. So they swamp the ring again, start attacking Brock Lesnar, who gets rid of all three again. And Bray Wyatt goes from this time straight to a suplex. But then the others come back in, start attacking Brock Lesnar again. And finally, Braun Strowman, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan eliminate Brock Lesnar from the Royal Rumble, which was so disappointing at the time. But I knew it was going to happen because it's setting the Wyatt family up against Brock Lesnar. So I knew it was going to happen. So yeah, Brock Lesnar getting eliminated was, that's the only way they could have done it really, and it not look too weak on him. So yeah, they got that bit right. So then after that, we had Dolph Ziggler come in after that. One thing I didn't mention was obviously the League of Nations early on in the Royal Rumble match with Vince McMahon came to ringside and attacked Roman Reigns and took him out the ring, but they took him out from the bottom rope so he didn't get eliminated, and they were basically hitting all their finishes on him outside the ring, putting Roman Reigns through a table. So Roman Reigns was assisted backstage and wasn't in the Royal Rumble match for a large part. He wasn't there. But then Sheamus came out at number 29, and at this point you had Dean Ambrose in the match. Sami Zayn made his return as well, which was amazing because Kevin Owens came out earlier on in the show, earlier on in the match, and then Sami Zayn came out, and those two went nuts. They went for each other straight away, which I think is going to build towards a rivalry, which would be amazing. And yeah, Sami Zayn eliminated Kevin Owens, and then obviously that was near the end of the match, and you had Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, and Del Rio, and then Sheamus came out at number 29, but from behind Roman Reigns comes back from backstage, the backstage area, and Superman punches Sheamus on the ramp before he's even got to the Royal Rumble, to the ring, and then Roman Reigns basically gets back in the ring, starts going at everyone, eliminates Del Rio. So then you're left with those five. And then number 30, Triple H. I got the prediction right. Triple H came out at number 30. Basically eliminates Dolph Ziggler at some point, and it gets to the end of the match where it's Dean Ambrose, Triple H, Sheamus, and Roman Reigns. So it's the two guys who are like brothers against obviously Triple H and Sheamus, who will do probably dirty work for him. And Sheamus gets eliminated, which was great. I just love seeing that, by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns eliminates Sheamus, and then Triple H from behind just eliminates Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns is gone and has lost the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So then it was Dean Ambrose and Triple H left. I knew who was going to win, and eliminating Dean Ambrose, Triple H, and there you have it, guys. Your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H. So I knew it was going to happen. Got the prediction right. Yeah, it was actually a really decent Royal Rumble, and obviously now I think they're going to have Triple H defend the title at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, which would be a great match, I think. So yeah, that was my Royal Rumble review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you soon.